Welcome back, Push Past 10 Nation. Simone Matthew here. Welcome back to our international community. You know, this is the place, this is our platform where we come together each and every week to promote and celebrate Dominica, but we also use this platform for education, for entertainment, and for information. And of course, we use our platform to vent. So if there's anything we need to complain, something we feel like we could do better on, we use this platform as well. So today we're very excited. We have members, employees from the Dominica St. Joseph University, a new medical university in Dominica, joining us today. So we want to encourage everyone to share the live as you come on in. Again, I am Simone Matthew, and it is great to be here with you for yet another Push Past 10 presentation. So come on in, share the live, let everyone know that we are here. So let us go ahead and have our guests introduce themselves. So we will get started with Mr. Thomas to my right. So Mr. Thomas, go ahead and introduce yourself.
Good afternoon to you, Simone Matthew. Certainly, it's a pleasure to be here with you. It's a pleasure to be in your company. Let me say good afternoon to the listening public, those viewing via Facebook and elsewhere. Certainly, it's a pleasure to be here with you. My name is Errol Thomas. I'm of the marketing department here at Adams Healthcare.
Okay, nice to meet you, sir. And then we have Dr. Coffee. Dr. Coffee, introduce yourself.
Hi, good afternoon to our listening public, and good afternoon, Ms. Matthews. Thank you for taking time to accommodate us so we can have a little discussion about St. Joseph's University to educate the public as to what this university is about and what we are offering. I am Dr. Tesha Coffey, Dean of Academic Affairs at this university. And again, thank you for having us.
Yes, thank you. Thank you so much for taking time off of your busy schedule to be a part of the conversation. So let's just go ahead and jump right in as we have this discussion, and just tell us about the inception of St. Joseph University, how the idea came to be.
Okay, the St. Joseph University actually is the brainchild of our dean and university professor, Dr. Kevin Ferrara. The idea was conceived some 25 years ago, as far back as 1997. And since then, he has been struggling with the idea of developing this mega tertiary institution of world class. And today, we are here with the university, the St. Joseph University. It is a school in a school. In other words, and it's a school not only concerned with the medical sciences, but we go broader afield. So as we go into the discussion, we will highlight some of the things that we are involved with at the St. Joseph University.
And I'm very happy that you highlighted that it's not just a medical school, because for some reason, initially, if we go back to 25 years ago,
right,
we would know that upon inception of the idea, Dr. Ferrara had, it was initially a medical school, a medical university. And so, however, as Mr. Thomas highlighted, there were a few challenges encountered, a few hiccups encountered. But if I may say, I am happy personally that these challenges were encountered, because if it had not occurred, we would not have been here today talking about St. Joseph's University. We would have already been instituted a medical school, which would have limited our scope as to what is being offered. So these 25 years of challenges have allowed us the opportunity to have a new scope, to provide varying courses, varying programs, to have a more variety of students, and to satisfy a wider population.
Right.
And that is very important, because we are aware that there are many medical schools in existence. We have one operational here in Dominica. We had one who just recently left, and we have a few in the Caribbean. And so we would have more competition, as we would put it that way. But offering or having a medical school within the university gives us that edge. Yes, we would cater to the health sciences, so those who are interested in that field. We also would cater to those who are interested in the education field, although we are starting off with just one program under the education faculty, but we have to start somewhere.
Yeah, because I think a lot of people are wondering, well, is this a replacement for Ross University?
And I guess our response initially would have already initiated that answer to that question, which is no, with a capital N. It's not a replacement of anything. Right. In fact, it is an original entity providing a magnitude of programs to attract a greater populace, and that is our unique nature of the St. Joseph.
Right. So instead of an MD, you offer a pre-med program.
So we offer the pre-med program, and we will be offering the MD program coming next year, next academic year, meaning September, hopefully, of 2023. And the main reason for that is because we have to be properly equipped as it relates to accommodating the requisite facilities for the MD program. And as we discuss a little more, you will learn that we are planning to, well, we're in the process of constructing our open campus, our site, a campus in the St. Joseph community, whereby that site or that campus would be able to accommodate our MD programs and all the other programs that we'll be offering. It will also be able to accommodate students' residency and accommodate various facilities that would comprise of a fully functional university.
Right. Because the other question that came to mind was, why the name St. Joseph? Is there a significance to the name St. Joseph University? Mr. Thomas?
There is great significance to the name St. Joseph University. Actually, the founding father of the university was born and bred in the community, or from the community of St. Joseph.
Makes sense.
That's Dr. Ferrara himself. And as you know, it's always his desire and will to give back to his community something tangible that would last for the future, and that would create the sort of impression in the community that is long lasting in terms of the service to the community and the benefits to be derived,
and the opportunities
benefits to be derived from that university. So actually it's homegrown, and the homegrown, born and bred in Dominica, in the St. Joseph constituency, so to speak. And I think I should also emphasize this university is the only tertiary educational institute of its kind that is locally owned, that is owned by a national in the country in which it exists. So that is a very
commendable to the highest.
Commendable and positive outcome for the university generally. And Dr. Ferrara, being a son of the soil, I think is very proud to be associated.
Yeah, and I have to tell you, you guys have tremendous support, because once I released the flyer for this program, I got such an array of reactions, such as congratulations, great idea. But the number one question that kept coming back is the university accredited?
Okay,
yes.
And that is $1 billion question. And it's also an opportunity to educate the populace as to the accreditation processes as it relates to a university. We have two types of accreditation. We know that there is institutional accreditation and there is program accreditation. Institutional accreditation is one which takes place over a period of time, and oftentimes we should know that some universities would acquire that accreditation after years of being incepted. Many popular universities have have gotten their institutional accreditation at least 5 or 6 years after being institute, and even more for other universities. So obviously, as it relates to institutional accreditation as a new university, it's impractical to have achieved or acquired institutional accreditation. However, it is important to note that we are in the process of communicating with the international accreditation body who have given us information as to the way forward commencing next year when we move to our main campus. So it means that we would have been one of the very first universities to have been institutionally accredited at such a short space of time. So we are definitely looking forward to that. So we have started the process as it relates to communication, and the actual institution of the procedures would take place when we move to our main campus in St. Joseph, which is sometime next year. Now we are moving to program accreditation. The courses or the programs which will be offered this coming September are and will be accredited by the requisite entities or accreditation bodies. And for example, I'm going to use special education. One of the main things that is important to know as it relates to program accreditation, not for all accreditation bodies, but for most, is that the program or the curriculum being up for accreditation has to be instituted and has to at least graduate one cohort of that program. So it would mean that we would have not been able to have achieved that process yet. However, we have recognized that, and still as an ambitious entity, we have forged relationships with universities that are accredited, that offer programs which are accredited, such as the special education program, and that, for example, we are forging a relationship with the Michael University College in Jamaica, which is one of the most leading university colleges which provide the best special education programs. Now, with that relationship, it would mean that we would have adopted a curriculum which is already accredited. And so we would be offering programs that are accredited come September. So I hope this answers the question.
Yes, absolutely. And I'm happy that you mentioned the school in Jamaica, because the next question I wanted to know is, are you also working with the Dominica State College?
Okay. So that is a good question. As it relates to working with the Dominica State College, we have not yet forged a particular relationship. However, it is important to note that this is one entity that we are going to target, especially as it relates to matriculation into all the programs that we offer, because we know that they offer an accredited associate's degree program, and now even to a certain extent offering a few bachelor degree programs. So that kind of relationship is warranted as it relates to matriculation into our programs. So that is something that is definitely part of our plan.
Yes, Mr. Thomas.
And in addition to that, we have, specifically when it comes to the college, we have already gone ahead and prepared a PowerPoint program, which we hope to present to not just the faculty, but to the students as well, which is very important because there are students there who are doing the sciences as well. Some of them may be considering studying medicine or biochemistry or something like, or even marine biology. Some of the students may be considering that as a future career. So it's also our intention to aggressively tackle the students as well, not just the faculty and the staff, but also the students doing those sciences as well.
Right, excellent.
And then as it says that, it reminds me that we also have students currently enrolled in some universities inquiring as to the process of transferring.
Yes, I was about to ask you that.
And that is in itself is not only commendable, but it's very it's exciting and it's humbling, because it means that we are already making imprints with before even
Right.
physically opening
So
our door.
from what some of the locations are students inquiring from?
We have from India, we have from Sub-Saharan Africa. We also have students from here locally who are enrolled in tertiary level education institutions wanting to do transfer, and we definitely will be accommodating them because we would want to provide them with the opportunity that they so desire. Yeah.
I think the persons inquiring about the university and the programs and so that we are offering is tremendous. Since we started or since we launched, we have been receiving quite a number of interesting comments and interviews and people requesting various programs and all that sort of thing, even asking when will this program come on stream. So I think this places us in a very peculiar, unique position that we can capitalize on in the future, given that influx of inquiries and so coming from the general
registration
public.
as well. And registration. Because it's one thing to inquire, but it's another thing to have
to go through the process.
We have quite a few persons already applied via our online facility, and some coming in to do the application. So it's not a matter just of word of mouth; it's a matter of putting the practicality. And so the application process and enrollment processes for a few students have already begun, and hopefully we should have at least a good, say, 90 students being enrolled come September.
Oh, excellent. And let's talk about the programs that you offer, which is one of the reasons I pulled up the screen. So let's just talk about some of the programs that you offer.
Right. As well, you would have known, and it's out there, that we offer quite a bit of programs. The majority for now fall under the health sciences faculty. Some of which include the pre-med, the med, as I mentioned earlier, which will commence as of next academic year. We have the pre-nursing program. We also have the bachelor in nursing. We have the bachelor in pharmacy, and we also have associate's degrees in laboratory technology, as well as associate's degree in medical diagnostic sonography, and the bachelor of science in special education, as well as marine biology.
Nice. And the length of the programs?
Okay, it varies per program. Obviously, an associate's degree program is approximately 2 years. That would mean that would be 4 semesters. And then you have the bachelor's program run between 3 to 4 years for the various programs, and of course the MD would be a 5-year program.
Excellent. And any offerings online? Any portions of the programs will be offered online?
Yes, for some of the courses, because that is one of the questions that a lot of the students have, whether there are opportunities to have that online modality. And so obviously as a university that is sensitive to the students' plight, thank you for that word, we are definitely considering providing, offering some of the courses, the theoretical aspects online. It would mean that we offer a hybrid approach to some of our programs. Obviously, for the more practical programs, for example, the medical diagnostic sonography, it is kind of impractical at the moment to offer it online, and so it will be full-fledged face-to-face. However, the consideration for online modalities is definitely there for some other programs.
Right, and another question that came in as well is, will all the programs be available in September?
Not all of them.
Okay.
Mr. Thomas?
I think we have the special education program, the bachelor's in special education, the associate degree in laboratory technology. And we also have the bachelor's in midwifery and in nursing, in pharmacy. And of course, we also hope to start the English program as well.
Just to interject a bit, sorry, Mr. Thomas, for the English program, program, it is really a mandatory 1-year program offered to the students where English is not the first language.
That
So
makes
it's
sense.
really not a program offering English
Right.
as a program, but
Right.
rather a course for students to be able to be more competent within with
is-
the language, since the major the coursework, the program would be offered in English.
It's like saying if you go to China to study, you must
Right.
learn
Or Cuba.
the Chinese
Or
or
Cuba.
Cuba.
Yes,
You know,
yes.
you must learn the language for a year.
Right.
So students coming from Asia and those places, India, who are not so strong in English, who are not so firm in English, would do that program and strengthen their skills, so to speak,
No.
before going into
No,
because most of the programs will be lectured in English.
Yes, yes.
So it's
Yes,
so,
English country.
you know,
Right, right. So I want to make sure we didn't miss any of the programs that will begin in September. Did I cut you off, or were you finished?
No. Actually, I was on English, and she, Miss
Yes.
Dr. Coffee, rather. My apologies. Dr. Coffee strengthened the point that I was making in terms of the English program that we will be offering. So yeah, we have covered again. Just to run through it, the Bachelor of Midwifery, a Bachelor of Nursing, a Bachelor of Pharmacy. We also have the Associate Laboratory Technology program, and we also have the Bachelor's in Special Education program.
The program is a very popular program.
Yeah,
it's
definitely
commencing in September as well.
Okay,
yes.
Okay. And of course, we have comments coming in on the Facebook Live, but we'll take those in a little while. Now, I read somewhere professionals from across the globe. So tell us about that. I think in one of your flyers, you said that you'll be recruiting, you'll get an opportunity to work with professionals from across. Are you recruiting internationally for the various teaching positions?
It's somewhat self-explanatory.
Yes.
So we are, and we have already forged relationships in the process of fine-tuning contracts actually with international lecturers, and so it's very exciting that we have gotten interest. Some of which have been initiated and some of which have responded to our vacancies postings. And so, like I said, yes, some of our lecturers are sourced from abroad. So we actually have persons going to be migrating to Dominica for employment purposes. And so this is an economic boost for our country. And to encourage persons to see it as that, at least as that for nationals, see it as that to basically patronize, for lack of a better word, a university which brings back to the country.
Absolutely.
And speaking of that, we want to highlight that for our nationals, we are offering a 20% discount on the tuition fees. So everybody is happy. Students are happy. The university is obviously happy. Lecturers are happy. Dominica is happy. And so we want to have that happy aura as what we give off from the St. Joseph.
Now, a question that comes to mind is, would faculty be able to teach remotely? Maybe there are a lot of Dominicans who are interested in offering their expertise and becoming lecturers with the university. Would one of the options be to teach remotely online, or maybe not quite yet?
Not quite yet. However, for the programs, obviously, that we are providing via a hybrid approach, that option is available. That option is available.
Excellent. So let's take some of the comments, because we have quite a few people on the Facebook Live, and of course, a lot more people will come back and watch the program. So Catherine Sandy, very good progress for Dominica. I agree. Mr. Havis Badwell, the sponsor of our program. Mr. Badwell, thank you for sponsoring our programs. He says greetings. Janila Seraphin, who is the
General Manager.
Yes.
So
she's a part of the family.
How are you? Everything is okay. It's nice to have you.
So she says, after the live program, students who are interested in applying can visit stjosephuniversity.com to apply for their program of choice. Payments can also be made on the website. More information can be seen on the website as well for varying programs. Deja Francis says, are the prerequisites for the diagnostic medical sonogram program? Are there?
They are listed on the website.
On the website. Excellent.
However, if you have any questions or inquiries, which you kind of, which you can definitely connect with the school and we provide you with the requisite information.
Yes, yes. And always go back to the beginning of the program. The email address and the phone number is listed right at the beginning of the program. So you can take a look. Glenda Shillingford, great to see you, Glenda. Good afternoon, Simone and guests. So let's go back to, I think there was a question or comment. Yes, so in terms of the tuition, what can you tell us about the tuition? Is it comparable to other institutions here on the island? So just tell us a little bit about that.
Definitely, and for a more detailed insight of the tuition as per program, you can definitely visit the website for that information. However, we can definitely say that this university tuition fees are ridiculously affordable.
Good.
Affordable, and honestly, if I went to university a couple times,
I'm sure you did.
I really wished that my tuition fees could look as attractive as this.
Good.
Because they are really, really affordable and comparable to some of the existing universities here on Ireland. We could safely say that's doing the comparison. It somewhat equates approximately 70% of tuition for nationals.
Nice.
And so it means that the tuition fees of the BAT, say for international students, is basically half of what is offered in the other universities. For national, it is 70% of that. What else?
Right.
What else could you want? And for nationals, and I would advocate for nationals because honestly, I really wish that when it was my time to go to university, I had an option like this because board and lodge is ridiculously expensive. And if you can get to save that, you have no stress with student loans after school, after you've graduated. So this is really something to consider, definitely to consider. For those who are still unable to meet the requisite fees, we can come up with payment plans for you to be able to not be denied access to a certain education.
Right. So the fee should not be a deterrent.
Excellent.
Right.
Absolutely, absolutely.
We will try our utmost best to make sure that every student is comfortable and well received.
Yes, absolutely. Now, you mentioned that there were students inquiring from India and some foreign countries. So it kind of begs the question, will housing be available for them, or would they be responsible for finding their own housing?
Will be available for them. When we move to St. Joseph's site, it is our intention to have on-campus housing.
Nice.
However, in the interim, while we are here, we have we are in the process of contracting landlords to house our students. And of course, as a responsible entity, we will be visiting the sites to ensure that it's safe.
Yes, please do.
Which is paramount.
Please do.
To ensure that it's safe and it would be comfortable for our students. And so, unlike some of other universities where the students are left alone, we take care of that aspect through our student support services office. So we contact the landlord, we make the contracts, and so the payments come through the school to the landlord. So everybody will be happy. The landlord will not have problems with paying, I don't have money for this month, because that happens. That happens, and the student will not be kicked out or be harassed by the landlord for not paying on time. So
yeah. And another important question that came in is, will the medical school be affiliated with schools in the U.S.? Because as we know, my husband went to Ross, and then what happened is you come here, you can go to residency in the U.S. Is there any affiliations in the U.S. or in the Caribbean for students to continue into residency programs and the like?
Right. Unlike other universities, and it's important to always compare because you have to know what is out there.
Absolutely. Absolutely.
Upon exit, you have to do certain exams. So we are not going to basically make it mandatory to have one particular exit exam afforded to that student, irrespective of career path options.
Right.
So some students may be wanting to work in the US or to practice in the US, and so they would choose the route of the USMLE exams. Some may be wanting to practice through the British route. So we provide the opportunities to the club exams, and so too for the Caribbean route, we do the Caribbean exit exams. If you are interested in working with within the American systems, there are teaching practice in hospitals that we are in collaboration with, where the students can do the external rotations at these hospitals as it relates to practical aspect of it. But that is based on the route that the student chooses.
Excellent. You wanted to add anything, Mr.
No, I think
Thomas?
she said it all. Actually, she put the icing on the cake in that respect.
Yes.
Yeah, because that is the route that we intend to go, and on principle, I think we're going to stick to that.
Fantastic. Let's take some comments on the Facebook Live. So let's see. Janela is providing the email address info@stjosephuniversity.com, because of course I will also present this program on my radio show Untapped Potential. For those of us who are listening on the radio, again, it is info@stjosephuniversity, one word, .com, info@stjosephuniversity, and the phone number you want to reach for additional information is 767-265-1011. Again, 1-767-265-1011 is the number to call for more information. And Ms. Seraphine is also posting, we are a university for the people. I agree. SJU belongs to all Dominicans. She puts lots of L's at the end. It is reflected in our approach to the public and what we offer. Dave Bertrand, great to see you. He says, good evening. Well, Dave, it's afternoon, but that's okay. Good evening, Dr. Simone Matthew, listening. Lovely to have you. Carolyn King, is this Dr. Tesha? Yes, it is. Yes, and it's great to have you guys with us. So I also think this is an incredible opportunity for Dominicans in general, because I've seen all the ads for different positions that you're looking for. So kind of just tell us some of the open positions that people might be interested in applying for.
Okay.
Some of the positions that we have.
Aside from our lecturers,
yes,
we have a listing as it relates to lecturing. We are still in the process of sourcing lecturers as per the courses within the various programs.
Yes.
We have also vacancies as it relates to, say, messengers, as it relates to curriculum. Yes, at all levels. So visiting the website would furnish with more details in that regard. But definitely there are opportunities for employment for persons of varying at varying levels.
So Mr. Thomas, just going to tell us some of the qualifications that you're looking for some of the positions that you're offering.
PhD, well, for the teachers of the specific courses, they would have to be qualified. We would request some PhD qualifications or some level of experience in the field that you are going to teach, and we would also request that you send us some accredited information in terms of the school that you attended and that sort of thing, your background, so to speak, in the various subjects that we have offer. I think one of the subjects is laboratory technician. The other one is midwifery. We're still hoping to recruit teachers for those. But there are other programs that, for instance, I think Dr. Coffey, you might tell us about the English lecturer.
Okay, so like I said earlier, we have varying positions available as it relates to lecturing for the various courses, the various courses within the various programs. And that in itself is a lengthy list. We have already sourced, as I indicated earlier, some from international as well as local lecturers, and the vacant positions are listed on our website. As it relates to lower level positions, obviously the requirements would not be the same as a lecturer, which is a master's and up.
Yes.
It would be commensurate the position.
Now,
So
have you been seeing a lot of interest in people applying in for the different
definitely.
positions?
Insurmountable persons have,
Yes, yes.
have applied. Even positions that are not available have been created by the persons out
By the
there.
persons out there.
Are you kidding me?
Yes.
So they're applying for positions that don't exist?
Exactly. So the interest definitely
But
is
yeah,
there.
definitely the interest is good, and we want to encourage persons to do that kind of thing. We want to encourage persons to continue visiting the website. We want to encourage persons to continue their inquiries, of course, and the register. Registration is key because without the students, there will be no,
Right, right, right,
Yeah.
right. So anything else we need to know about St. Joseph
What you
University?
want to know?
Yes, anything else we're missing? Anything else you think is important? Because what I'm doing right now, I went and I got the website and I'm going to pin it to the comments section right here. But I also had some other questions come in when I sent out the flyer. And one person asked if there is an articulation agreement with other colleges in the region. So will
Answer
students
that
be
already.
able to transfer?
Oh, matriculation.
Articulation. She's actually in
Okay.
education. She's
Okay.
a VP at a college, and she's asking for an articulation agreement
For the
where
various-
students are able to seamlessly, if for some reason they need to move to Grenada, Jamaica, their credits would transfer
Right.
to another
And that is why we
institution.
highlighted the importance of starting off with programs that are accredited. So,
Right.
right.
Yeah. So that in
Excellent.
itself answers the question.
Yes, so that is a great point. So as we get ready to wind down, and again, I want to thank you both for taking some time out of your very busy schedule to join us today. Just tell us your final thoughts. Why St. Joseph University?
St. Joseph University is one the institution of its kind in the
Right.
region. It caters not only for Dominicans, but for Caribbean people and the wider world population. St. Joseph University is the key institute. We offer not only the courses and the tuition fees and so, but this is also linked to tourism.
Yes.
When you come here as a student, as a lecturer, there are many areas and avenues that you can explore in the nature isle. We provide the best, comfortable, most tranquil environment for study, and that is in the nature isle. You cannot get it more peaceful, you cannot get it more quiet, you cannot get it more tranquil
Yes, I agree.
than that. And being the first and only local institution owned in the Caribbean, owned by a national of the Caribbean, where the university is established, I think is a plus for our marketing, our drive to mobilize students and faculty staff and everybody to create that sort of umbrella of people, that unity where we can make the university one. Because one of the things we're also looking at is the whole question of retaining
Yes.
students. So we want to make you part of the St. Joseph University family from day one. We take care of you from your arrival at the airport. We take care of your housing. We take care of everything.
And that's for the
You
faculty
become-
as well, if we have any
Yes,
international
definitely,
faculty
yes.
come in,
You
right?
become
Yes.
a family member
Yes.
of the St. Joseph University. That is what it's all about.
Oh, fantastic. This is so excited. I'm so happy to hear about this program being launched in Dominica. So, Dr. Coffey, over to you for your final thoughts. But I also want us to talk about if you have experienced any challenges or if you anticipate any challenges along the way.
Like with everything else, you will encounter challenges, irrespective of how.
Much you prepare.
That's correct. The good thing about us is that we have encountered the majority of the challenges over the past 25 years.
You're so right. You're so right.
So the challenges that we would face, obviously should be ones that we can definitely handle seamlessly. But one of the most important things, that major challenge that we may that is out there, and it's as basic and as human as I can be, is a challenge of financing.
Yes.
And we should not talk about that,
Absolutely.
because given the economic crisis, global economic crisis,
Absolutely.
we need to take that into consideration. But the good thing about St. Joseph University is that we understand that. And for us, it's not so much, as at least during the initiation stages, it's not so much about making money, but being able to provide that access for persons who may not be able to have accessed it because
Absolutely.
of low finances. And that for me is a big deal. And so we, like I had highlighted earlier, we work with the students as far as payment plans are concerned, to a point where we may even not so much make a profit for at least one, and that's okay. That's okay, because we understand the importance of education, and really and truly, education is the only true form of independence, irrespective of what people say. And that is important. So that is a major challenge we anticipate, but the good thing is we have planned to address it already.
So your final thoughts, why St. Joseph University?
Well, piggyback on the point that I just highlighted, because Mr. Thomas has said it basically. To just piggyback, it's affordable. It's affordable,
and it's quality education.
It's quality education at that price. You cannot go wrong.
Yeah, absolutely.
St. Joseph
Mr.
University will be the only family-oriented university in the Caribbean.
I can tell, because I've met you guys and I can already see the camaraderie, that it's a family unit, that everybody's working together in the interest of the students. So I know it is going to be successful. So let's see our final comments before we wind down. We have Rosalind Carbon, congratulations. Thank you. Marv Fleming, good afternoon. Let's see, Rosalind, what is the founder's name? So let's just repeat one more time. The founder is?
Dr. Kevin Ferrara.
A Dominican of the soil.
By birth.
Yes.
From the community, from the village of St. Joseph.
That's the name.
Hence the name St. Joseph University, because it was born, it was birthed as a result of giving back to the community from whence he came. So
absolutely.
The St. Joseph University is the place for you wanting to study sciences or whatever it is. Call us, visit our website, do something, find a way to contact us some way possible. We will be there to serve you.
Absolutely. And Carol King says, thank you, Dr. Kazimi, great program. Carol King, great show, Dr. Simone. Thank you. Thank you. Ms. Seraphine says, excellent job, team. I agree. Thank you, Dr. Matthew, for the opportunity wherein we could bring awareness to the public on SJU and what we have to offer. This is indeed a welcome blessing. We consider you a part of the family. Oh,
yes, you are.
That
you
melted
are.
my heart.
You are.
We consider you part of the family and look forward to a continued future collaboration. Yes, I so agree. And I too look forward to being a part of the family and just helping to spread the word. So as more programs involve, as we start with the medical school in St. Joseph, we can continue to promote St. Joseph University. So thank you.
And I dare say, Simone, this is just the beginning of things to come.
Yes.
We definitely appreciate having you.
Yes.
And we want to take the opportunity to welcome you back here with us.
Thank you. I'm so happy to be home.
Anytime, every time, all the time.
Yes. And with an audience of about 15 to 18,000 people every month, we are happy to have the opportunity to have this platform to promote all that is good and positive about Dominica and how we can move our country together as one
to take its place in the world of medical science.
Yes. So again, yes, and others. So again, thank you, Mr. Thomas. Thank you, Dr. Coffey, for being with us today. Again, I'm Simone Matthew. This has been a Push Past 10 presentation. Rosalind said, just call the office for more information. Thank you, Rosalind. Encourage others to call as well. So again, thank you everyone for being here. Don't forget to follow Push Past 10. Click the notification button to know the next time that we go live. Remember to share, so we can continue to spread the word about St. Joseph University and this excellent opportunity that is now available in Dominica. So with that, you have yourself a wonderful rest of your day. And until we meet again next time, You have yourself a great rest of the week. Take care.